Hello everybody, welcome to the third official CJ Sports Network podcast. Today we will be talking about the Houston Rockets and how they have failed to perform this season. Now if you guys do enjoy it, make sure you guys can head over to Spotify now and check out my podcast, CJ Sports Network, or head on over to Anchor, or any podcast website for that matter. You guys can just try and find it, CJ Sports Network. I switched over to Anchor, so now you guys should be hearing my podcast on iTunes, Spotify, things like that. We're going to jump right into it and talk about how the Houston Rockets have been performing this year. As of right now, as I'm talking, they are 40-24, same record as the Thunder. So we'll be talking right now about the trade in the offseason with Russell Westbrook and Chris Paul. The trade, it went Russell Westbrook got traded from the Thunder to the Rockets for Chris Paul, 2 picks, and 2 pick swaps. So there were a lot of mixed reactions of that trade. Like you could go on to the NBA and you could see a video saying, "Oh, that was the worst trade ever for the Thunder," and you could also see one below that saying, "Oh, it was the worst trade ever for the Rockets." There were just a lot of mixed reactions for that trade. Now, in my opinion, that trade was a bad trade for the Rockets. I think the Thunder won the trade, not just because I'm a Thunder fan, but because I'll explain right now. I think it was a bad trade, mainly because of the ball handling situation. Russell Westbrook and James Harden are both big ball handlers. None of them are going to give up the ball for each other unless it helps their stat line. At least that's what I think. And that's what you can see, how the Rockets have not made it to the finals with James Harden. And the last time they made it to the finals was with Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden on the Thunder. And I think that was mainly because they were young and they were trying to do everything they can to win. Now James Harden and Russell Westbrook, they're getting late into their career. They're exiting their prime. They're going to start entering their decline. It's just now they don't seem to care anymore about winning as much as they do just stats. You could see that with Chris Paul. James Harden would get into arguments with Chris Paul because of it was just, I don't know. I don't know the backstory of it, but you can just tell when James Harden or Russell Westbrook don't get their way, the chemistry rapidly declines. And that's probably the main reason why I thought that it was a bad trade. And that proved to be true this year. If you can see, Russell Westbrook is a bad three-point shooter. James Harden's a great three-point shooter. It seems that they go hand in hand, but Westbrook takes way more shots, or tries to, than Harden. And that's something big about the NBA, because ball handlers are, they're common. Like, not gonna lie, every single team has them. It doesn't matter if your team is the best or your team is the worst, every team's going to have a ball handler. The problem is when you get into 2 to 3 great ball handlers, you're going to start seeing your team do worse. And that's really the main emphasis of why this trade was bad. I mean, the ball handling was horrible for the Rockets. And yeah. And that's all I wanted to talk about this video is why the Houston Rockets were doing so bad, which was mainly because of the trade. And yeah, now they're 40-24, and they're doing okay in the restart, not good, but also not too bad. So that's it for this video. If you guys do like it, you guys can go check out my new podcast on Spotify or Anchor. I'm trying to get a sponsorship from Anchor. So if you guys do enjoy this video, like and subscribe, and I will see you guys hopefully, this is not confirmed, but hopefully tomorrow. Bye.